Centurion Lounge Delta Sky Club truly premium. Long layover in Atlanta. Mine is 3.5 hours. So let's check out to premium airport lounges. Centurion versus Delta Sky Club. Head to Concourse E4 Centurion. The air train comes frequently. Both are intended to be premium airport lounges. What we should expect. Space, nice design. Functional layouts. Food, real meals. Hot food. Alcohol and bar, proper cocktails. Bartender-led service. Maintenance, frequent table clearing, hospitality. This is the largest Centurion lounge in the world at 26,000 square feet. It's around 3 p.m. and there's not a huge line, which is already a plus. Overcrowding tends to be a big problem at this hour, but not here, so they're well staffed. Easy check-in with your eligible card and boarding pass. There's an outdoor garden to the left here, and 3 outdoor terraces that I didn't capture. It's actually quite spacious inside. There's a lot of people, but it doesn't feel overcrowded. I like all of the foliage. Bar number 1. A co-working space with private offices in the back. More private rooms. Let's get some food. A couple food bars. Several options for lunch, although only one meat protein, chicken. Also, plenty of vegetarian options. And a lot of staff constantly cleaning, so I didn't see any mess anywhere. Bar number 2. The high ceilings open up the space and the trees and plants soften it. Snack bar number 1. Bar number 3. Plus plenty of seating options to work, drink, or zone out. Snack bar number 2. There's also plenty of natural light and views of the plains. As you can see, there's a lot of people, but you're not stuck without a place to sit. This concludes the room tour. Let's get some food. Distracted by the bar. Let's check the cocktails menu. At least 10 cocktails, but only 2 available, which they say is because of the storm. I would have expected better inventory planning, but they are using premium vodka. Kettle 1. The big reveal. Lunch, haha. The beets and the potatoes are both undercooked and not edible. The rest is edible but nothing great. Soup, brownie, and the cocktail were good. Please do better, Centurion. Let's try this bar. I ordered an old-fashioned. Friendly and chatty bartender. Not bad, but too strong for me, oops. Time to head to the Delta Sky Club in Concourse F. Airport art stop. This is called Bird Dog. It's a dog made out of birds. If you have a long layover with a Delta flight, it's better to stop by the Centurion lounge first. Plenty of amexplatinum advertisements. If you're interested to know if it's worth the $895 fee, check out my other video at the top. Centurion is in Terminal E. Delta Sky Club is in the next Terminal F. It's pretty quick to cross over. Airport cars stop. Delta Sky Club is up on the mezzanine level. This section is really crowded and dark. Fewer options in terms of food, but not bad. Definitely less of an ambience versus Centurion. Feels basic and functional. Also smaller and more crowded. I ordered a Bloody Mary. Not a bad list for complimentary cocktails, although this drink stain is gross. Unlike Centurion, specialty cocktails have an extra fee. Bartender is also friendly and chatty. There is an outdoor terrace, but it's locked. Let's check out the desserts instead. This section has a lot more light. Nothing special, but not bad. Why is it that even in these premium lounges, food is just meh? Maybe because these are American companies. Lounges in Asia generally have better food. This is 100% the worst Bloody Mary that I've ever had. The vodka they are using is terrible. At least we can enjoy the view. So what's the final verdict? Let's go back to our criteria. If you have access to both and you can only choose one, pick the Centurion. If you're pressed for time and on a Delta flight, the Delta Sky Club is the most convenient option for proximity to gate. But when it comes to food, these American companies need to study these. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments.